Wondered why the universe exists, or how the laws of physics are held together? Well, it's probably because Chuck Norris allows them to. Stick around because today we're diving deep into the top 101 Chuck Norris jokes that'll make even gravity laugh. Chuck Norris doesn't read books. He stares them down until he gets the information he wants. There is no theory of evolution, just a list of animals Chuck Norris allows to live. The beginning, there was nothing. Then Chuck Norris roundhouse kicked nothing and told it to get a job. Chuck Norris can divide by 0. When the boogeyman goes to bed, he checks his closet for Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris counted to infinity, twice. Chuck Norris can slam a revolving door. The leading causes of death in the USA are 1. Heart disease, 2. Chuck Norris, 3. Cancer. Chuck Norris can hear sign language. Chuck Norris can unscramble an egg. Chuck Norris can kill 2 stones with 1 bird. Chuck Norris makes onions cry. Chuck Norris doesn't wear a watch. He decides what time it is. When Chuck Norris enters a room, he doesn't turn the lights on. He turns the dark off. Chuck Norris can strangle you with a cordless phone. Chuck Norris can do a wheelie on a unicycle. Once a cobra bit Chuck Norris's leg. After 5 days of excruciating pain, the cobra died. When Chuck Norris does push-ups, he's not lifting himself up. He's pushing the earth down. Chuck Norris can light a fire by rubbing 2 ice cubes together. Chuck Norris doesn't do spelling checks. If he happens to misspell a word, Oxford will change the actual spelling. Chuck Norris can hear his own echo. Chuck Norris doesn't age, he levels up. The Great Wall of China was originally built to keep Chuck Norris out. It failed. Chuck Norris can pick oranges from an apple tree and make the best lemonade you've ever tasted. Chuck Norris can make a snowman out of rain. Chuck Norris can play the violin with a piano. Ghosts sit around the campfire and tell Chuck Norris stories. Chuck Norris knows Victoria's Secret. Chuck Norris can clap with 1 hand. If it looks like chicken, tastes like chicken, and feels like chicken, but Chuck Norris says it's beef, then it's beef. If you spell Chuck Norris wrong on Google, it doesn't say, "Did you mean Chuck Norris?" It simply replies, "Run while you still have the chance." Chuck Norris can delete the recycling bin. Chuck Norris can kill your imaginary friends. Chuck Norris once went to Mars. That's why there are no signs of life. When Chuck Norris plays Monopoly, it affects the world economy. Chuck Norris can build a snowman out of sand. Chuck Norris can turn coal into a diamond just by staring at it. Chuck Norris's tears cure cancer. Too bad he has never cried. Chuck Norris's shadow is scared of him. Chuck Norris doesn't have a computer. He just tells the internet to update. Bigfoot claims he saw Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris can make a slinky go upstairs. Chuck Norris can hit you so hard that he can actually alter your DNA. Chuck Norris can see ultraviolet light. Chuck Norris sleeps with a nightlight, not because Chuck Norris is afraid of the dark, but the dark is afraid of Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris once kicked a horse in the chin. Its descendants are now known as giraffes. Chuck Norris can breathe underwater. Chuck Norris can drown a fish. Chuck Norris can bake in a freezer. Chuck Norris knows the last digit of pi. The Bermuda Triangle used to be the Bermuda Square until Chuck Norris roundhouse kicked one of the corners off. Some magicians can walk on water. Chuck Norris can swim through land. Chuck Norris doesn't cheat death. He wins fair and square. Chuck Norris can go past the character limit. Chuck Norris can taste lies. Chuck Norris can tie his shoes with his feet. Chuck Norris can play fetch with himself. Chuck Norris doesn't breathe. He holds air hostage.